What is going on, you guys? In this video, I'll be talking about house flipping versus rental property investing. And at the end of the video, I'll talk about which one I believe, in my opinion, is going to be the best option for 2023. Also, for those of you who are new to my channel, which is probably the majority of you, I'm a real estate agent here in Miami, Florida, and I also have my degree in finance. 95% of the books that you see back there are going to be financially related, such as real estate and the stock market, because it's something that I'm extremely passionate about. But nonetheless, this should not be taken as financial advice. At the end of the day, this video is just merely my opinion and what I see is coming from the experience that I have over the years. And lastly, guys, if you enjoy these kind of videos, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button and turn on the notification bells, as that would be extremely helpful to me. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the video. So let's begin with flipping. For those of you who don't know what house flipping is, it can be thought of as simply buying a property that is not in good condition, but it is in a good location, fixing it up, and then selling it for a higher value. On average, you could expect to make anywhere between $20,000 to $50,000 per deal, but of course, that's just an average. You could make a lot more, and you could also make a lot less. It's obviously going to boil down to how good of a deal you got. And a good deal consists of, the terms that you got as a buyer, the location that you bought in, and how competitively priced the property was when you bought it at. If you overpay for an asset, you're not going to get the expected return that you want. Whereas if you bought it when it was undervalued, you're obviously going to get a bigger return on your investment. On the flip side, no pun intended, we have rental property investing. So this consists of buying a property or an apartment and then leasing it out to tenants. Usually these tenants, they're screened for things such as their credit score, we look at their bank statements, their tax returns to see if they could sustain paying the apartment that we are leasing out to them, because the last thing that you want to do is get stuck with a tenant who isn't going to pay on time or who can't even make the payments, period. And obviously this happens a lot, and so that is why there are guidelines that usually we follow in order to protect ourselves. A great thing about rental property investing, although the income in the beginning is obviously going to be a lot less than what you would get with flipping a house, because for example, when you flip a house, like I said earlier, you can make anywhere between $20,000 to $50,000 on each deal, whereas when you buy an apartment or you buy a house and you lease it out, depending on the price that you bought it at, on average, let's say for a 2-bedroom here in Miami, Florida, you could expect a rent of around $2,200. You multiply that by 12, and we're talking around $25,000 a year. It obviously takes a lot more time, but you are at least guaranteed, not necessarily guaranteed, but you are at least expecting to receive a cash flow, every single month. And obviously, when you start to scale those cash flows, eventually, when you own 5, 10, 15 rental properties, obviously you're going to have very much more, bright future relative to where you started at. So you should never look at where you are beginning, but you should obviously always focus on what's to come. And then of course you also get to benefit from price appreciation. So now to the big question, which one is the better option for 2023? In my opinion, it's going to be rental property investing, and this is due to the fact that mortgage financing has become a lot more expensive and is expected to become more expensive in the coming days. For example, the Fed just announced that they're going to hike rates another 75 basis points. I believe we started 2020 at around 3%, and it's been a slow climb to what I believe is around 8% today. So as you can imagine, a lot of people aren't going to be able to afford that, especially when you see that nominal wages hasn't been keeping up with the general rise in inflation, especially here in Miami, Florida. I myself, when I go to the grocery shop, what used to cost me $100 a few days ago is now costing me $150 to $180. So obviously, a lot more people are going to be looking at it for alternatives relative to just buying a home, and one of those alternatives, of course, is going to be renting. And so if you're a person who owns a portfolio of rental properties, this is obviously where you want to be at in 2023. The reason why I wouldn't choose to flip homes in 2023 is because a lot of the analysts are expecting a recession to hit. So for example, let's say I bought a property today for $400,000, and then all of a sudden the economy crashes. Now I'm stuck with a property I bought for $400,000 that's worth around $290,000. So obviously you don't want to be that guy that gets stuck holding the bag at the market top. You always want to buy low and sell high when it comes to flipping. That is pretty much the whole purpose of it. And you also don't want to make any over improvements to the property. Obviously flipping also has its benefits. Aside from the huge profits that you can make on each deal, You could also run it more like a business relative when you compare it to rental property investing, for example. You're able to delegate a lot of responsibilities to people that you hire, such as contractors, repairmen, etc. That's it for my video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please hit the like and subscribe button and turn on the notification bells, because the next video that I'm going to be dropping soon is going to be great. Once again, thank you guys, and see you soon.